What's up everyone? Welcome to the channel. Today I have a top 10 video for you of my favorite NECA Godzilla figures. So NECA Toys is no longer producing Godzilla figures, which is very sad for me because it's probably one of my, it's one of my favorites, if not my favorite line by NECA. I love their Godzilla figures, and the reason being is like I'm a Godzilla fan, right? And anybody who collects Godzilla figures knows how expensive it can be to get good quality figures, right? Like I think the cream of the crops are like the X Pluses and the SH Monster Arts, those figures, but those figures are in like the $100 range. And then if you want to get some Godzilla figures, like I started out with like some Bandai creations, but they're like in the $10 range, right? But to me, they don't really look that great. And now they have Playmates, and again, I'm not trying to knock Playmates because some people really like them, and to be honest, I've only seen photos, and I've seen a little bit in stores, but not enough to investigate. But they're not really for me, you know. I definitely can see that they're probably more geared for kids. But then you got NECA. NECA, in my opinion, gives you the quality and the articulation of a SH Monster Arts, but the price, that's affordable, right? Like the $25 price range for really great quality Godzilla figures. So like NECA made it possible for me to actually finally be able to start collecting really awesome Godzilla figures. So for me, it's a little disappointing to see that, you know, that Toho didn't really want them to continue to license over Playmates when they're in two different, you know, brackets of the collector base, right? Like NECA's adult collectors, Playmates more kids or collectors. So to me, it's disappointing. But I want to continue the love of NECA, and I want to show people, like for those who haven't jumped on the NECA train and wondering, you know, what are some of the figures to go for? Well, maybe my top 10 list will help you out. But before I get to my top 10 list, I want to show you some of the figures that didn't quite make my list that I really love as well. You know, just a quick one, you know, like the NES Godzilla. You know, this one's really cool. It has, you know, the pixels, and this was one of them. Like, here's what it is. This is one of the figures that I didn't even want when I first saw the photos of it. I'm like, I don't know. It's just a kind of a repaint, blah, blah, blah. And then I bought it, and it blew me away because I love the detail of the NECAs. I love the fin. I love the pixels. And just, I don't know, all in all, it's just a really awesome figure. Another figure that I really love is the Shin Godzilla. You know, there's a couple versions of Shin Godzilla. This one's probably my favorite out of the two. I think this one's great. And, you know, some of the Shin Godzillas, not NECA, but some of the other companies out there, they kind of make some pretty goofy looking Shin Godzilla figures. Another one that I really love, mainly because of this tail, is the Godzilla vs. Mothra figure, right? This one, I saw it in stores. I saw this in Target, and this is actually one of the, this figure and another figure on the list that you'll see later on is what kind of, like, excited me to buy all the NECA figures, right? Like, I've been collecting them, but I was basically buying, like, you know, 2014, some of the new movies, and a couple other ones that have caught my interest. This is the figure that made me go buy them all, because the tail, I just love the fact that it just looks like, it looks exactly like it did in the movie. I don't know, there's something about this figure really inspired me. Then, the other figure I want to mention is the poster Godzilla. Just the color, and that's the thing too, like Godzilla figures are very colorless, right? It's grays and blacks. So some of the figures on the list, it's kind of nice to see some different colors, right? Like this one, it's just really cool. So, without further ado, let's get to the list, and I'll see you guys in a second. Number 10 on the list is Burning Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Destroya. Burning Godzilla was probably, as a kid, like my favorite form of Godzilla. So you're going to see a bit of a trend with that. And to see NECA come out with this figure, it's just really amazing. I mean, I love the translucent orange. I love the sculpt. You know, it's the same mold from the Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, so if you can't get this one, but you love the sculpt, the Space Godzilla is the exact same mold. The only difference is that they had, like I said, this one has the translucent flames. So this figure, I don't know, I just think that this is a must for Godzilla fans. Burning Godzilla is such an iconic look. And I don't know, this is my number 10, and it's one of my favorites in my collection. And let's get to number 9. My number 9 is from Godzilla, All Out Monsters Attack, and this is the Atomic Godzilla. Just first off, right off the bat, this is one of the coolest Godzilla designs, right? From the face, I really love the face sculpt. I just think it looks so cool. This one reminds me a lot of like a dragon, right? Like an old school Japanese dragon. And I don't know, I think that, like I said, like Godzilla toys in general are kind of bleak. You know, they're kind of, let me focus, sorry guys. They're kind of bleak, you know, with the color scheme. So to see some Godzillas with some color, like this is the first Godzilla figure I got that came with a breath effect. And I liked it, and I liked the fact that it looked like he was, you know, about to go do an atomic breath. So yeah, this is, and again, you can get the other edition. There's one that's not painted, that's just black, which is, again, it's another great figure. And that's what's kind of cool about these Godzilla figures is, maybe you can't track down one, but you can get the, I guess you can kind of call it like the basic version. But this will be my number 9. Let's see what my number 8 is. Number 8 is a 2014 Godzilla. This is actually the reissue. Because I got, if you guys, I'll link above, click on that review of the 2014 of this reissue. You know, I explain how my first edition that got me into Godzilla collecting had something wrong with its legs. So the reissue, just the painting is a lot better. You know, and just, I don't know, there's something about the reissues is a whole lot better to me. But I think like for Godzilla collecting, like the 2014 is a must. You know, I really love what Legendary and Warner Brothers is doing with the Godzilla franchise. I really love Godzilla 2014. I love Godzilla King of the Monsters, and I love Kong Skull Island. Sorry guys, it's early still. And you know, I'm really looking forward to Godzilla vs. Kong. So I really believe that this is a must in the collection, and this is the Godzilla 2014. Let's see what's next. Number 7 on the list is the Queen of the Monsters herself from the Godzilla King of the Monsters film. This is Mothra, and this is the poster Mothra. And again, if you can't find the poster, there is a normal edition. I prefer the poster edition. I really love the colors of her. I think she's beautiful. Comes with a base. You know? I don't know, I just really love the detail of this figure. Mothra looks really cool in my opinion. And also too, it gives you an opportunity to get a couple more different Titans or Kaiju, whatever you want to call it, in your collection. That's the thing, that's one of the things that made me super excited that NECA is finally getting into monsters outside of Godzilla. You know, so far we got 2 Mothras, we got a Rodan, and I count it. You also got King Kong if you'd like to add them. I'll have a link above, and you can check out my review of Kong. So, let's check out number 6. Number 6. And as you can see, there is a common theme when it comes to me and what kind of sparks my interest. I do kind of lean more towards the repaints more so than the regular edition. But my number 6 is the Biollante Bile. A link above, I did do a review on this figure too. And some people might prefer the original release of them, and that's okay. I just like the Bile. I like, again, little color. I love the look of it. I think it's cool. I think it's a really iconic part of the film when he's fighting Biollante, and it's, you know, Godzilla on a rough night. And also too, I mean, seriously, look at that tail. I mean, this is a completely articulated tail. I mean, so I don't know. This figure, I think it's worth it. And again, you guys might not like the Bile. You guys might want to go more towards the original release, which is fine. I just prefer the Bile. So yeah, this is my number 6. Let's check out number 5. My number 5 is the Target exclusive from Godzilla Tokyo SOS of the Hyper Mazer Godzilla. This is a repaint of the first edition, which again, you guys may prefer the first edition. I lean more towards the repaint. I love the yellow. I love the yellow effect, as you can see. And I also reviewed this guy on the channel, I'll link above, so you guys can check out that review as well. And you know, I appreciate all of the support I've been getting. My views have been great. You know, I've been getting a lot of comments, and if you guys can continue to keep liking these videos, comment, and if all else, please subscribe. Just want to get that out of the way real quick. It really means a lot, all the support I've been getting lately. It's really cool. And once again, another super articulated tail, and that's kind of one of the things that really, like, it's kind of a bummer. Like, you know, like when NECA first started out, they were doing the bendy wire, which is fine. Like, this is bendy wire right here, but from like here down is all articulated. Bendy wire is fine, but they started to articulate the complete tails, and those who really love articulation, I mean, that's a big deal to get some really awesome poses from, you know, the tails. But anyway, you know, I don't want to focus so much on negative. I just want to keep showing like why NECA was so great and like why Toho should have kept the license with NECA. Let's check out my number. Alright, number 4 is the King Kong versus Godzilla NECA Godzilla figure. Earlier in the video, when I was showing you guys the the Godzilla vs. Mothra figure, I said there was another figure. It was this one. I was in Target and I found this, and I found the Godzilla vs. Mothra figure, and these two figures sparked my interest, because it was probably a couple years before I bought another Godzilla figure. I was kind of like, you know, I was just like trying to just get the ones that came with the movies, you know, like the newer movies. And then I walked into the store and I saw them. I was like, wow, these look amazing. And again, it was these tails, like this, there is no bendy wire. This is completely articulated. But how they were able to capture the look of these old Godzilla suits just blew me away. And then literally, these two figures made me buy every single release that NECA has come out with. The only figure I'm missing is the Reactor Glow Loot Crate exclusive, but which I probably won't get because, you know, I don't want to pay the prices that they want us to pay. But this is a figure that is an absolute must for your NECA Godzilla collection. This figure is so amazing. It's not even funny. Like, this, it's hard that it's not higher, but the other figures I have above, I just like a tad bit more. But this figure I just love so much. I love the movie, I love the design, and this is an absolute must. Number 3 is the Atomic Godzilla from Godzilla King of the Monsters. This figure is beautiful. Once again, you guys can see the common theme. I like a little bit of color in the Godzilla collection. Yeah, it is just a repaint. It is. But that's okay. Any action figure collector knows we're gonna get a lot of repaints in any toy line. Those repaints are what helps you get new molds. So, this figure I just love. I love the color. I love the blues they used. It's just a really, really beautiful figure. Once again, a really nice articulated tail. You know, the fins look incredible. I believe this is an absolute must to have in the collection. Let's check out number 2. Number 2 is the NECA King of the Monsters Rodan figure. This figure, first off, I thought Rodan was like the shining star of King of the Monsters. That scene when he breaks out of the volcano and starts fighting the fighter pilots, I think was the coolest part of the movie. It helps that Rodan is also my favorite kaiju/titan. I think he's just something so cool about him. And I don't know, I think how NECA captured him is amazing. Let me get my camera up a little bit more so you guys can see it a little bit up closer. I mean, just check out this figure, man. It comes with a stand, it comes with him blowing out of the friggin' volcano, has wing articulations. I don't know, this is just a must figure. Again, if you want to have some other kaiju/titans in your collection, I mean, to not have Rodan, I was like, especially with how amazing this figure is. I can't say enough about how much this figure, I don't know, how great this figure is. I mean, it's just truly an amazing figure, and this is my number 2, and it just slightly is a little under my number 1. Let's check it out. And My number one favorite NECA Godzilla is the Target exclusive from Godzilla King of the Monsters, Burning Godzilla. I told you, as a kid, Burning Godzilla is my favorite. It only makes sense that this is my favorite figure. This is my favorite Godzilla design of all time. I love the legendary Godzilla design. I just think it looks cool. And then the King of the Monsters I thought was even better because they made the dorsal fins better. They kind of fixed the feet, but I really love it. And then my favorite color is orange. So to have an orange Burning Godzilla of the 2019 Godzilla from Godzilla King of the Monsters, yeah, it's just a no-brainer for me. This is my number one favorite NECA Godzilla figure. I really love the NECA Godzilla figure line. I think this video can kind of show you the appreciation I have for these figures. And I'm gonna miss the line. I'm not gonna stop doing NECA Godzilla figure reviews. I have every single NECA Godzilla figure except one, which, like I said, was the Reactor Glow. And I will eventually, over time, review all my old NECA Godzilla figures to continue the love of NECA Godzilla. I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe, comment down below, let me know what your favorite NECA Godzilla figure is, and have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.